There's this statement about love that we say sometimes, I fall in love. Do you believe that people can fall in love?
Look, I don't take myself to be any expert, but this is my concept, and I always say it. It's a misstatement. The statement to say you fall in love, you get roasted. I always say, stand in love. When you stand in love, you mitigate your circumstances. Now, no one is perfect. No one is perfect. He, she who wears their shoes feel the pinch. That is why in relationship we always say, people say, my goodness, we can't understand. Joe Blow is with that person. This person is. And then when you look at people who question other people and you look their own relationship, you also say, who are you to talk? What are you into? So all I'm saying is, relationship starts with self. When you love self, you care for self, trust me, you stand in love. Your head never, you have two heads, especially as a man. We have two heads. And the most dangerous part of it all is your bottom head that controls the upper head. Because we think the head at the top is the thinking animal. No, the bottom head saturates the upper head, and most men are finished. You know what I mean? In a relationship, bullying, you have to be very careful. That's why when you stand in love, you mitigate bullying. You will smell it. Bullying is not unique to one gender. There are women who are very, very bullish. You don't see the muscle, but trust me, verbal abuse is the worst. And most times in a relationship, when one party gets to know that you're somebody who is very concerned about your image, especially if you're somebody with substance in the community, the bullying tactics, I will let your friends know. I will say this about you. You succumb yourself to it, you are roasted. Vice versa. Men will say, oh, I made you to be this. I brought you here. I gave you this. When I say you stand in love, it's on both sides. Where there is mutual respect for one another, because either party respect themselves and can do without the other. Look, we were all born independently as individuals. Even if we are twins, we don't come together at once. If even it's 1 minute, you come independent. That independence, your happiness is yourself. So when I say you stand in love, when you love yourself, you are aware of the circumstances. You don't hold your happiness to any other party. Dependency is a disease. That's my take on relationship.
So you're saying that when you stand in love, it's a safe position to be in, because when you fall in love, it's like that instantaneous rush into a relationship where you're not exercising logic in your decision making. And when you fall, eventually, if you're not careful, you'll be crushed. But when you stand in love, whatever circumstances that occur in that relationship, you'll be able to position yourself to the point where you will not be crushed. Because as you said, it's a mutual respect between both parties, and your happiness does not depend on that person. So no matter what happens in the relationship, you are still able to maintain and live your life accordingly. Because most times when you fall in love and if things don't work out, it's like your whole world is crushed. Because it's as if you have lost everything, you know? So that is why the concept of you saying that you believe in standing in love rather than falling in love actually make sense. I don't believe that people fall in love. I believe that love is built, right? I believe that love is built because I don't. Sometimes when people say I fall in love with you, I see it as I lust after you. Because love, you don't just wake up one morning and love somebody, right? You have to develop um, connection with them with time and trust and communication, and then that will create that desire for you to want to be with that person. That will create that desire for you to trust that person. So I think that time is necessary because when you fall, it's there's no time period. You just fall into it. There's no preparation, there's no consideration. You just rush into it, and because people rush into a relationship, that's when it doesn't work out, the whole world is crushed.
You see, the question of love is also blown out of proportion. I take it more as a relationship, just like any other relationship. When you go to school, you build a relationship with your teachers, the administrators, your parents. You're born innocently. You enjoy the fruit of your mother's breast innocently, unlike your father. But it's bonding, it's relationship. So love is like sex, how it is outplayed, over marketed. So our society, our global society, have fallen into that. So most times people don't talk about relationship. They talk about love. I'm blindly in love with this person. I fell in love with this person. How about a relationship? You see, when you have a relationship, you can go through difficult period, but you can understand. You can agree to disagree, but you can understand because you have a relationship. This is why it is very important that when you are in a relationship with somebody, you give tough love. You have to be honest. You have to come holistic. This is me. In my journey, I don't hide to be, how would I say, a common man. I don't believe in yesteryears. Even if I was a millionaire, I don't bring it in a relationship when I'm meeting somebody. I come as ordinary as I can. It's left with you to take my ordinariness. But most so-called loving relationships are built on lies. I am this, I am that. And when the union comes, because don't forget, human relationship is always an intention. We don't just walk into relationship blindly. I see a woman that I like. There's a reason why I like her. You know what I mean? It's packaged. That's why it is said that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I might like somebody just because of the nose. Yeah? And most of our brothers today have fallen for the backside, big backside. Our Euro-centric brothers look for skinny. You know what I mean? So it's all society and individual built. But relationship come with respect. This is why when you get into a good relationship, there's not even like a 50-50. You have to do this, you have to do this. It comes natural. But there's no perfect relationship. Relationship is respect. In any given circumstances, politics, nation to nation, you know what I mean? Where there is no proper relationship, where there is always suspicion, trust. If I have a good relationship with you, if I trust you, I respect you because I respect myself, I would not hesitate to leave you in my apartment or in my house. You know what I mean? So there is hesitation. People most times hide behind jealousy. Oh, I'm jealous. I can't trust my husband. If you go, hello. There are people who are in a relationship, they've stayed together for many, many months, but sleeping with the enemy. Because it's all facade. Distance doesn't determine love. People can be miles away. There are people who've been locked up illegally in prison, but because their soul partner cared for them and there was a relationship, they maintained that trust, even in the midst of absenteeism. Where there is a relationship, nobody awolves. Where there is no relationship, even if you are living in a multi-billion house, have you not heard people saying, we don't know why that person walked away from all those riches? That person must be crazy. But no, money alone cannot. They say money can buy anything. Money can make